be removed and then be re-added on now that we've taken away some.
Oh, look, we're live.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, let me get you back on the stand. It wasn't working.
yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't loading up.
Welcome back to the Intuitive Wonderland. I'm your host, Dr. Katie Williams.
I'm your host, Mel Anderson.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Well, kind of describes what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah,
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, interference is a sign.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, just a couple updates before we jump into the conversation. Our Patreon is up and running, and we have weekly gateway sessions that we put on there. Today's was big.
Yeah.
It was a really big clearing for insecurity, relationship issues, sisterhood.
Mm-hmm.
It was powerful. We felt it in our bodies as we were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely one to check out.
Yeah.
So that'll be up on Patreon. And you can sign up for a free 7-day trial before it becomes a paid membership. But we really would appreciate you supporting us in that way.
Yes.
It helps us to keep everything going
Mm-hmm.
and progress things. So that would be great. The other thing that we wanted to update on, when was that? How many days ago did we go to the wellness fair?
Was that not quite 2 weeks?
No.
It was a Saturday.
Yeah, so 7, 8, 9, 10 days ago, we had the wellness festival at Blue Mountain Yoga. And one of the things that we had at our table was a giveaway basket. Yeah. So
Full of all these lovely items.
Yeah, and we're going to go over it with you at the end of the episode, and we're going to do our drawing. So if you were there at the wellness festival and you came and filled out one of these little sheets of paper for us and put it in here, maybe your name will get drawn today.
There's some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
I want the basket.
So stick around for that to find out who won.
Yes.
Okay. So how should we start this conversation?
Well, I think that what brought up everything for me was an MDMA session I had.
Yes.
And I feel a little uncomfortable talking about it, not because I'm uncomfortable with it.
Uh-huh.
It was such a profound healing session. And the facilitator had such a lovely way of drawing me out. And it took me to so many different experiences in my life. I didn't really know it in that moment, but things are coming up for me so much.
Yes.
Since.
And it'll continue.
Yeah.
That medicine, it has just like any other psychedelics, right? As you have the dosing session, then the integration part happens afterwards.
Right.
And it can go for weeks,
Yes.
months sometimes.
Yeah. When I muscle tested, this one's going to take me a month. And when I muscle test doing a 1-drop microdose of LSD, that's like 1 to 2 days of integration. So, yeah.
That's good for you to know that personally, because it would be a personal experience. It wouldn't be the same for everybody.
Right. And I have not had your typical psychedelic effect from anything that I've taken. You know, no, it doesn't change my vision. I don't get visions, and I don't feel like I'm not me.
Although MDMA is not usually visual.
Okay. Yep.
Usually it's one of those ones that's in there with psychedelics, but it's not really considered a psychedelic because of that. You don't really get the visual stimulation, but you can.
Right.
It has happened for people before.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. But we should probably talk about what MDMA, like there's a lot of misconception about MDMA. Yeah,
I think there has to be, given because the facilitator that worked with me, she was so informed and knew exactly how to, like, you need to drink a lot of water. And I'm going to be reminding you this whole time to drink water. I mean, if you were to go take this medicine and go out dancing all night, you'd get so dehydrated. It would be so bad for you.
But a lot of people do use it that way. Yeah. It's a club. I mean, that's part of the misconception. It's a club drug. Right. People usually go out dancing. They go to raves. Right. And this substance is usually found there because you feel more. So you feel the music and you really get into it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but therapeutically it's different. It is so different therapeutically. Being able to talk through things that I don't feel like normally if I
were to talk about some of the things that I talked about, it would feel like I was burdening you. But when I had taken the medicine, I felt so safe just enjoying sharing that with the facilitator who enjoyed hearing it. That's the perception I had while unleashing.
I have a question, because one of the things I hear a lot when people are asking me about MDMA and considering it therapeutically, they're like, well, isn't that just about sex? Or isn't that just a touching drug?
I never felt that at all.
At all?
No. I felt, no, I didn't feel sexual at all. I felt very full of love.
Yeah. And it is called the love drug. But I think a lot of women have a tendency to pull away from that, especially in couples work, which is going to play into our conversation.
Yes.
But because this medicine is helping so many couples, it's like doing years of therapy in a night.
I can see why that would be the case.
Yes.
Because I knew the facilitator pretty well, and I felt like the exchange that we had was so intimate.
Yeah.
Not sexual.
Right.
But
that's the difference. Intimacy and sex are
and
different.
I think a lot of people misunderstand those two things.
But you can see where if a couple is, I mean, let's consider a woman that's in perimenopause or menopause.
Yeah.
And her husband is like, we should try this MDMA couples therapy.
Yes.
And she's thinking it's about sex or touch. And
right.
her body doesn't want that. Then you could see where she would be opposed to even considering it. But so it's nice to hear your take on that.
Yeah. I think that also in a situation where a woman was feeling that way and was able to do an MDMA session and get to the bottom of where she doesn't want it comes from.
Yeah.
Because there could be intimacy issues related to sexual trauma from a young age that
That's okay. Sit with that, please. Yeah.
The session's so new.
The integration. I know.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is really why it's so beneficial. It just opens you up in a way where things come out.
Yeah. Like you can't help it.
And you understand it.
Well, oh man, that's the part that's beautiful. When you get that, okay, this isn't my fault. This is something that happened.
Yeah.
And this can change my future now because I can let go of something that no longer serves me.
And that's a really great testament as an individual using this medicine. Individually, it helps with PTSD.
Yes.
And it helps to kind of get into those traumas and clean them out because you understand it in a way you've never been able to understand it before.
Right.
But and for couples, same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not always considered trauma when you have problems with your partner or your spouse.
Right.
But there's things between you that maybe you don't know what is the problem.
Right.
And this helps bring it out.
Absolutely. It brought up some stuff, and I texted you about it this morning because it was interesting. I spent a day with my friend yesterday, and I was doing some healing work on her, and she was having some neck pain and actually was presenting in her shoulder, and she was having some hip issues. So I was doing some work on her as we're just spending our day together. And last night I came by here and we're doing some setup stuff because we have new equipment that we're not able to use just yet. So close. And so we were here setting up, and I noticed that the neck pain was there. And I thought, who is this related to? Because a lot of times when something comes up, a physical pain usually is a manifestation of a connection with someone that isn't good. And so I kept thinking, who is this about? Who is this about? And then I thought about this lovely moment in time that I spent with you and John, and how sweet you two were in listening to me talk about something, and how kind John is, and his big heart and empathy, and the kind words that he shared with me, and how you were so open and loving with all of that, and how that could be so misconstrued, because I've had people in my past in similar situations where there's been great dialogue between their husband and me, and there wasn't even anything like what John and I were talking about.
You mean intimately?
Yeah, intimately. It was just a regular conversation, and then later I was accused of flirting with her husband.
Okay, so now we're getting into it.
We're getting into it.
This is what we wanted to talk about today.
This is big.
Yeah, and this had to do with the clearing that we did in the gateway today. I think it's important to have this conversation. I think most women can relate at some point in their life, whether it's been them that felt that way.
Yes.
Or they've been the one receiving the blame.
Right. Yeah.
And it really affects a lot of woman-to-woman relationships.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
And for you in particular, being a single person, let's say you make friends with a woman and she's not single.
Right.
She's married or she has a boyfriend or whatever. But in order for you to have a friendship, you're just you coming.
Right.
So now you're interacting with both of them.
Right.
As a third party.
Right.
Rather than you bringing a partner with you where the two guys go off and the two women, it changes the dynamic.
It changes the dynamic. And usually I'm so good with that dynamic. I mean, being a hairdresser, I've had to learn how to have conversations with both sexes and children and all people.
Well, and you present in a way of what does this person need? And you're so intuitive and energy sensitive that you serve.
Right.
And I think that just based on what I've heard you talk about with this, my perception is that sometimes women perceive that as you being flirtatious.
Right.
But maybe it's that you're picking up on something that he has been lacking.
Maybe. Yeah.
And you're being kind in making him feel better about himself.
Right. Just hearing someone, just listening. Just listening.
Well, and that's a big part with couples.
Yeah.
I'd say that that's probably the biggest issue most times is they don't feel heard by their partner.
Right. Exactly.
So then here comes Mel, who can hear you. And all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what's happening
here? Are you trying to steal my husband? Just kidding.
But really.
But the flirt, that woman that, the first time that was brought up to me, she was in her 70s and her husband was in his 80s. And I was in my late 20s, early 30s. And I was fresh out of the Jehovah's Witness church. And my son was at his dad's for Easter. And she felt bad for me and wanted to invite me over. I never feel bad for me being alone. I just want people to understand that not all people that are alone are sad.
Yeah.
Being a hairdresser, I'm very peopled. So I enjoy time alone.
Right. You get a lot of social time.
Right. And so here I was like, oh, I didn't really want to go, but I went. And then it was punishment from there on out. I felt awkward in a situation where I was just meeting these people, her grandson, her husband. And just because I was being polite and holding conversations with them, I was accused of flirting. When she called me and accused me, I felt the need to defend myself. Like, oh, maybe my friendly personality looks like flirting. I didn't know what to say to that, but I got off the phone and sobbed like it was a death.
Aww.
I didn't know what to do with it, and it changed my relationship with her. I didn't really want to have anything to do with her anymore. I didn't feel safe anymore.
You telling that story reminded me when I was in my 20s. I was around.
It's the lights. Someone's communicating with us through the lights.
Someone that my parents know, and I'm, young and
very attractive.
Know that I have this air about me where I'm young and attractive, and here's these older parents, my parents' friends, and her husband noticed me.
Right.
And then she said some not nice things to me. And I'm thinking, this isn't a me issue. And I had that insight at that time.
Yes.
I was like, this is not a me issue. This is me providing you the opportunity to look at your issue.
Right. There you go.
Here's the stimulus. And you can choose to blame the stimulus and get nowhere.
Right.
Or you can step back and look at it and go, why does this bother me so much?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about this situation? Usually there's a trust issue.
Mm-hmm.
There's an insecurity issue.
Right.
And then I started thinking about, you mentioned how you didn't have that with John and I.
Right.
And John and I, neither of us are jealous.
Right.
So then I started thinking, well, maybe that's it. And you're not a jealous person.
I am not a jealous person.
So here's the three of us who don't experience what most people do.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so maybe it's a unique kind of pairing for the three of us to come together.
Exactly.
And maybe we're just not able to tap into the majority of people because we don't feel that jealous feeling.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever cheated?
I have been in a situation where I fell in love outside of my marriage.
Okay. So that goes against my theory because I've never cheated before.
Right.
And so I thought, well, maybe I'm not jealous because I've never done it.
Right.
And then I thought, well, maybe that's the case. John's never cheated either.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But, when people are worried that someone will hurt them like that, it's a lot of times because they've done something like that. And they're projecting.
Right.
But that's not the case with you. So
no,
there goes that theory.
Well, no, and that's okay because that's a fine topic too, because in that marriage, it was absolute hell. In that marriage, that partner was not concerned about my happiness at all. And that's why I admire you and John so much, is you guys really care about each other.
Yeah.
You are really focused on each other's happiness. The partner I had, I was used for certain things, and that is it. And the finances weren't held up, and the rent wasn't paid sometimes for 6 months. And if there wasn't food in the house, he'd say, go do a haircut.
Oh.
So the person that did come into our marriage was the lifeboat out of the marriage.
Yes.
So yes, and it wasn't like it turned physical before it ended, but there was such a deep love there between that other person and me for helping me out of that. Religion is what held me there.
Yeah.
I would have left long before had I not been bound by, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is the other reason why I still am not a jealous person. And I knew that there was stuff going on outside the marriage then with him and with my second husband. Whether or not they actually acted on it, they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
It might tell me too.
But, a lot of people that might be listening to us talk about this are probably thinking, well, I've been cheated on a lot. And so that's why I feel insecure, have trust issues.
Right.
I've been cheated on a lot too.
Yep. And well, good. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because I've never looked at another woman who's gotten the attention of my partner and thought she is the problem. The problem is definitely not her. I don't have a relationship with her. And if I do, even more so, it's not the problem. The problem is the person that I am committed to should also be committed to me. And there's obviously something wrong.
Right. The other day, John mentioned this conversation that he had with a guy friend of his. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about a woman they had in common. I don't know. I don't know the exact details. But John mentioned, well, did you go to lunch with her? And the guy goes, oh no. and John goes, oh, you don't think, said his spouse's name would be okay with that? And he goes, well, I'm not going to find out.
Oh.
So didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even know. And John said, I'm glad I don't have that with you.
Yeah.
Jealousy doesn't really hold someone to you.
Right. It doesn't. It doesn't.
From my experience.
Right.
In my experience, giving somebody full trust and allowing them to appreciate the beauty of others.
Yes.
To touch someone of the opposite sex
and
me not be upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that has strengthened my relationship because it means, hey, I know what we got.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Even though my history is telling me I should be.
Right.
I don't bring that into my new relationship.
Right.
My now marriage.
Right.
Because I got to give this one a chance.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to bring insecurity with me because then I'm never going to have the kind of relationship I want.
Right. I struggle with not bringing insecurity, but it's not jealousy. Like I never look at another woman and think, you don't deserve the attention that you're getting from my husband. It's not that they don't deserve attention. I want them to have that attention. Maybe not with my husband, but that's not their fault. You know what I mean? I never would blame the other woman. But growing up in a home where the men in my, that raised me cheated on my mom, and watching that kind of cheating going on in the family behind everybody's back, seeing the dishonesty growing up, it kind of does taint you and make you question whether or not people can be faithful.
I can see that. I guess I just don't, there's only been, out of all my relationships, 3, there's been quite a few. Some are short, some are long, but 3 men that have not cheated on me. John, I had a 3-year relationship with a man who really loved me. He didn't cheat on me. And then a 4-month relationship. So he could have, maybe in time.
Right.
I don't know. It was a short one.
Right.
So, I could definitely have that baggage.
Right.
To bring in. I think it was a conscious choice not to.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself go there.
Right.
Like if you're working on like a fear or an anxiety.
Yes. And
you feel it creeping in, you can either just give in and let it happen, or you can say, I'm going to try it a little different this time.
Right.
And see if I can push it away just a little bit.
Exactly. Maybe that's why you and John were brought into my life, is to build me in that way. It's just
maybe, but
there's a lot of reasons, but I'm just saying that is a sticker for me.
Yeah. Well, and I wanted to talk about that too, because you said you have some insecurity. You've been told things that are untrue about yourself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on what you think is untrue, but
well, based on my perception.
I appreciate that. And I do. And that's one of the things that both you and John have told me. And that made me feel very good. But yes, I had one of my most recent exes continually told me he wasn't attracted to me.
You know what I had the thought this morning when I thought about that?
What?
Well, he did that because you are. I mean, the whole conversation we had back and forth this morning was about your attraction level. How people want to be near you. That, the man, you're the greeter at the church. He's standing with you. Like, he wants to spend time with you.
Right.
People are attracted to your chair at the salon. People are attracted to you. And he, I think, saw that and said, I need to cut that off.
Didn't even think about that.
Started working on you in an oppositional way.
Well, I did know that it was a technique on his part.
Right.
I did know that, because I don't think that is normal to tell your partner that you don't find them attractive.
Unless you're trying to control them.
And hurt them, to make them feel less than.
And make them feel more into you.
Right. Which it did the opposite.
Yes.
It
backfired.
I was disgusted with him.
But that's mental abuse.
It
That's
is.
what people do when they're mentally abusing, is they tell somebody things that are untrue so that they feel like the only reassurance they can get is from that person.
Right.
And then they have control over them.
Right.
So he was working on you.
Well, yeah, and especially since in the very beginning, he told me how gorgeous he was all the time.
Yeah.
So that obviously was important to him.
Right.
He was letting me know that was important to him, but just not attracted to you. And so, yeah, that was definitely a manipulation on his part. And I'm glad that I picked it up early and got rid of that.
I mean, you want people that are going to raise you up and see your qualities and celebrate them.
Right. Absolutely.
Rather than see your qualities and try to teach you the opposite.
Right. Right. And like I told you, I had that one client that came to me, and she said, my husband's been telling me to come to you to get a haircut.
Yes.
And then she said, his previous hairdresser was really good looking and very sexy, and I absolutely did not want to come to you. But then when I got here, I don't mind you doing his hair at all. God. Which, it was a backhanded compliment, but it was a compliment to me, because I don't want women to think that I want their men.
Yeah.
I am not interested in someone's husband. I'm not interested in most single men either.
Yeah.
I think I'm also at an age where that isn't something that's driving me.
Yeah.
So
no, I want connection. I understand what you're saying, because I've had a hard time connecting with women too. I told you before, once my hair went gray, it helped.
Yeah.
Because then women felt I was more approachable.
Right.
It was easier to, I don't know, feel like I wasn't out to get somebody.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Probably because I wasn't focused on my image as much. Like going gray is something that, you don't usually do till you're old and.
Right. But see, at the same time, you had to embrace that the change in me is what makes me more likable, when you were likable to begin with.
Yeah,
lovable
I didn't change.
To begin with.
I didn't change.
I know, but
me.
What if you wanted to stay blonde?
For brunette, I was brunette.
Oh, yeah. What if you wanted to stay any color?
Right.
That should be up to you.
And it would be, but it was an interesting thing to recognize.
Yes.
Oh, all of a sudden women are treating me differently.
Yes.
And I liked it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, good.
I know. I get that. I do get that.
And so then it kind of reinforced that for me of,
Right.
oh, well, I like this aspect of being able to be approachable. And actually now she's seen that I'm a good person and I'm nice. And I would never go after her spouse.
Right. Exactly.
Because it's not who I am.
Right.
It was like I wasn't closed off right out the gate because of the way I look.
Right.
Or because of my attraction level.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And you are very attractive, very beautiful. I love to sit here and look at your gorgeous eyes when we're having a conversation. And that's one of the things that I feel like people miss, is when they are focused on, I don't want to be around that woman because she's beautiful. My friends are beautiful. I love beautiful people. My grandma always said, beauty is to be admired. Whether it is a mountain, God made that beautiful mountain to be admired. Whether it is a beautiful woman, whether it is a beautiful man, don't ever be jealous of beauty.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I have zero jealousy towards beautiful women, beautiful men. I love it.
I always think of cats when I have this conversation with people, because they don't care what you think. They just are, and they're so graceful in the way they walk and they move, and they would never apologize for that. It's who they are. It's what they are.
That's right.
They are beauty.
That's right.
So we need to be cat-like.
Yeah. This was a great conversation. It went to a lot of places. Is there anything else that you wanted to touch on? You've got an orthodontist
I do have to get the boys to the dentist.
Yes.
There was something else that came up. Oh, I was just going to say, remember I mentioned how you were the mirror?
Yeah.
I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, relationships are the hardest thing and the most wonderful thing that we do as humans.
Yes.
But they serve so much contrast.
Yes, they do.
For us in order to have that spiritual, emotional growth.
Right.
And it's an opportunity. And in these moments where your attractiveness level, which is off the charts for, whoever, women, men, whatever, if it creates a problem in another relationship, that's you being the mirror. You're the opportunity to shine at them where there's an area where they could maybe do some work.
I like that.
Whether it's individually or within the couple.
Right.
And that is a great opportunity. I mean, that's what MDMA helps with for people, because you can get to the root of the issue and clean it out in record time.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man, having that brought to the surface.
Yes.
I know I'll be working through a lot of those other issues that we've just talked about today too. That's about a month's integration time, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I interrupted you. I apologize.
No. I just wanted to throw that out there as an invitation for when you feel that stuff bubbling up, it wants to come out. It wants to be addressed and cleaned out. So this is the invitation to look at that and think, maybe instead of just responding to it the way I always have, I could look at this as an opportunity to understand something.
Right.
And if you're interested in using some medicine to help get there, it helps a lot of people. It does help a lot of people. Or also just call your friendly psychotherapist. Yeah. I mean, having a therapy session helps too. Especially since, a lot of these substances aren't legal yet for therapeutic use, but we're on our way. I'm thinking next year it's going to be night and day difference. I sure hope so. This year. Because I want everybody to experience this. Yeah. I mean, unless they don't want to, but I was always against it. I grew up with parents that did drugs, that are dead because they did drugs.
and my family. My son is dead because of drugs. So I've never really been open to psychedelics, but I'm glad I embraced.
Intention and application matter.
100%.
Yeah. How you're using it and what you're using it for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, good conversation.
Yes, it is. Always is.
Yeah. Oh, our basket.
Yes.
Let's do it. All right. First, let's show everybody what's in it.
Okay. So we've got a lovely candle. We'll sniff it for you.
It's apple butter. It's kind of cinnamony.
Ooh, I love that. It'll go
Smells
lovely
like
with some Intuitive Wonderland herbal blend tea.
And
along
look at
with
a
our
cute
work
little
boots.
mug.
Yep.
Isn't it cute?
It's heart work. It takes heart work.
It takes hard work.
So there's that. And then a session.
Gateway session with Mel.
Yes.
Gift certificate.
And then a lovely little.
Your journal.
You got to have some peanut M&Ms.
Why not?
Some sage.
And a pretty feather or two.
And our Hannah's Work Boots healing sprays.
A set of the 3.
Yep. We've got the Aura spray, the Love Bomb spray, which is my personal favorite, and then the cord cutter.
Yeah, this stuff's really powerful stuff. Helps with a lot of things.
And a really cool basket.
Yeah.
These are my favorite type of baskets.
Oh, and a smoky quartz.
Yeah, that's right.
Here, you see it? Smoky quartz? There it is. Okay. So let's do the drawing. Who's the big winner?
Do you want me to read?
Yeah.
I'm trying to pretend like I can see through that glass. I'm like, a raccoon, my hand stuck. I can't read that.
Christine Griffith, come on down.
Right.
All right, Christine, congratulations. So
Yay.
we will be reaching out to you and letting you know that this gift basket is yours.
Yay.
Thanks for everybody
Yes,
that came
thank
and
you.
saw us at the
That was
festival.
awesome. We were busy the entire time.
Yeah, you really were.
We both were. All right.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye, everybody.